Hello. Thank you, Karen.
Good afternoon. This call is number 2013-15111 in the interest of Gavin Hendon. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr.
Yes,
Yates?
sir.
Mr. X, you solemnly swear to tell the truth,
sir.
the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Victoria Elizabeth Hendon, and I am the child's mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Scott Allen Yates, and I'm the father of the child.
All right, and representing the state.
Luis Regla.
All right, we've got a suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage. We're having a hearing. Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, we do.
And what will the issues be?
The issue we're approaching on is only on the topic of non-disclosure. I can read the stipulations into the record.
All right, let's read them into the record.
The parties have agreed for a child support judgment in the amount of $14,645.21 that the father has agreed to repay at $123 per month, beginning February 1st. The parties have agreed to medical support judgment of $4,739.23, and the father will repay that at $40 a month, February 1st. The parties have agreed for the mother to have private health insurance health insurance through a private source. Medical support to the mother will be $75 a month, beginning February 1st, and the child support will increase to $392, also beginning February 1st. Those are the stipulations, Judge.
All right, so far, is that your agreement, Mr. Yex?
Yes, sir.
And so far, Ms. Hendon, is that your agreement?
Yes, sir.
All right, and so the issue then is whether the mother's address and information will be disclosed. Well, let's proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I call the mother at this time.
Okay.
Ma'am, one more time, what's your full name, please?
Victoria Elizabeth Hendon.
And when is the last time you spoke to or saw the father in this case?
7 years ago, sir. That would be around October of 2014.
All right, so roughly a little bit over a year after the last court order was done. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what happened that you and the father no longer speak?
After giving him one more chance at being a father, he proved himself not only unfit to my child, but did abuse me in multiple ways. I did agree.
What did he actually do, though?
He anally raped me numerous times. He punched me in the eye.
Okay, and you said
Sir.
punched in the eye. Did you call the police?
Yes, sir. I did go to the police,
Was there
and it did. I was denied help.
So
The police officer took me himself to the local courts to ask for legal aid and backup, and we were denied. But the police officer and myself were denied.
Was there a criminal court case ever filed?
No, sir. They would not do anything. They said it was a civil matter because we lived together in the same home.
Let me stop you, ma'am. You have to answer the question that I asked, ma'am. When that occurred, that was the last time you spoke to or saw Mr. Yex?
No, sir. That was not the last time.
seen him since then?
At that time, Scott Yex had physically pushed me out of my home without anything except my keys because they were currently on me already. I did not have a driver's license on me. I did not have any
Ma'am,
cash.
you have to,
I did
you have
not
to
have a
listen to my
phone.
question, ma'am. You have to listen to my question.
Mr. Yes, Mr. Yex, we're in a trial. You can't just interrupt. You'll have an opportunity to ask questions, and you'll have an opportunity to answer some questions, and you'll have an opportunity to say whatever you want. But right now, Ms. Hendon is on the witness stand, and you cannot interfere with her testimony, okay? Unless you have a legal objection,
I
okay?
understand, Judge.
All right, go ahead, Mr.
I
Rick.
understand.
And Ms. Hendon, was that the last time you saw Mr. Yex? Yes or no?
No, no, sir.
Okay, and when is the last time you spoke to Mr. Yex?
The last time I spoke to Mr. Yex was a month after I left him in 2014 when my son was 2 years and 1 month old. I spoke to him over the phone. I informed
Okay.
him that any and all
Let me stop you there,
communication.
ma'am. You have to focus on the questions that I ask and answer the question. You'll get a chance to speak, but if you need to focus on my question and then answer the question. Do you believe
sir.
if you were to have your address where you live and your phone number today, that you would be at any kind of future risks or harassment or violence or threats?
I believe I will allow him to have my phone number because that I can control. However, my address, I cannot control if someone just shows up to my home, and I do not feel I would be safe in my home if Mr. Yex has my address.
Okay, Judge, I'm going to pass the witness at this time.
Mr. Yex, do you have any questions of Ms. Hendon? You have to unmute yourself.
No,
sir.
Your Honor.
You don't? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Regla. Call
Yes,
you
Judge.
next witness.
Now I call the father. And sir, tell me your name one more time, please.
Scott Yex.
All right. And was there ever, as far as you know, did the police contact you about that allegation?
No, sir, they did not.
Was there ever a court case filed against you that you know of?
No, sir, there was not.
And you disagree with the mother keeping her address and phone number confidential, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the allegation that the mother has made, any of that happened?
No, sir.
So you're saying she's lying about everything she just said?
Yes, sir.
And Judge, I'll pass the witness. I have nothing further.
Ms. Hendon, do you have any questions of Mr. Yex?
No, sir.
All right. Mr. Regla, anything further?
Nothing further from the state judge.
Mr. Yex, when was the last time that you've been in contact with Ms. Hendon?
Last time was, I guess 2014.
Okay, do you have her phone number?
No, sir, I don't.
You don't have any idea where she lives or what her number is or how to contact her through any relatives or anybody, anything like that?
No, Judge.
You don't know her relatives?
Everybody blocked me, so no, sir.
I don't want to. And what is the, I need to look at that old order. Give me just a moment, please. This was the August 28th, 2013 order, read order establishing the parent-child relationship Is that the
Yes.
one that we're dealing with, Mr. Regular? Okay,
Yes, yes, Judge, correct.
we're dealing with, Mr. Regular? Okay,
Yes, yes, Judge, correct.
all right, give me a minute to scan through it. Or it appears that Mr. Yex then had a modified possession and access order in which he was allowed to visit, several periods. Under supervision or, in other words, not the standard possession order. Did you ever exercise those rights, Mr. Yax, of visiting with the child?
When I lived there, no, Judge. After I lost contact with her, I tried multiple attempts to. Yes, sir, I've tried.
And Miss Hendon, you understand that order allowed him to visit with the child, did you?
Your Honor, the last time he spoke to me, I informed him that any and all contact would be solely about our child and only about him. He kept interjecting that it was about us, not my son. The last words he spoke to me were that if he cannot have me, he did not want anything to do with the child. I did not change my phone number for years after we split up. And the only reason I did was because I had to change phone providers and they would not allow me to take my phone number with me. I did keep up every bit of contact with the courts, and I always kept it on file that if he wanted to contact the courts, he could get my phone number from them, and he never did. And he is not blocked on my Facebook. He was up until he removed my family himself from Facebook.
Okay,
He
let
was
me ask
friends
you a
with
question,
all of my family.
Miss Hendon, let me ask you
Yes,
a
sir.
question. When did you move? When was the last time you knew where you lived?
The last time I knew where he lived
No,
was in Trinity,
where
Texas.
he knew where you lived.
Was in Livingston, Texas. I lost complete contact with him after that.
The question is when, ma'am?
In 2014.
In 2014, that was the last time he knew where you lived?
Yes, sir. When
Hey.
I attempted to contact him after that, it gave me the message that his phone number had been cut off. So I had no way to contact him.
All right, court
I
order.
did attempt.
Non-disclosure is granted. Give me an order, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Mr. EX, I understand you're at your physical therapy appointment. I'll send this to you like I explained to you earlier through the DocuSign link through your email, so you can open it up when you get out of your therapy appointment. You can log
Yes,
off.
sir.
Okay, you can log off whenever you're ready. I understand you're already there.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, who's handling the Dugas matter?
I am, Your Honor. I just had a quick issue trying to move them to the main room, but I think they're here now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear all that. You're handling the Dugas matter, correct?
I am. I was trying to make sure everybody was moved here to the main room out of
All
the.
right.
I think they're here.
Is everybody
They're here.
present now? Okay. We had, we're back on cause number 2014-49299 in the interest of Daryl and Darius Dugas. Mother's present pro se, father's present with attorney. Father's attorney motion to continuance was denied, and we recessed for negotiations. The case is resumed for hearing, and this is a suit for modification of support order, a motion to confirm support arrearages. Do we have any stipulations?
We do, Your Honor. Okay. The parties agree that Mr. Dugas owes $22,487.72. Miss Francis is releasing $7,487.72 of that amount for a judgment after the release in the amount of $15,000. And he owed that amount as of yesterday. The next stipulation for medical support arrears, Mr. Dugas owes $5,650.28 as of yesterday. He's going to pay that back at $57 a month starting February the 1st and every year thereafter. Additionally, Mr. Dugas will pay a current cash medical support of $57 a month starting February the 1st of this year, every month thereafter. The parties also agree to a non-disclosure where we will not share Dugas's information. And the parties also agree to court cost as billed for Mr. Dugas to pay that.
All right, and so what are the issues?
The issues are what current child support will be. The payout will be on that $15,000 child support arrearage, judgment on the arrearage.
Just the child support arrears, not the cash medical support arrearage, correct?
Correct.
All right, so far, Ms. Miller, is this your agreement?
Yes.
So far, Ms. Francis, is this your agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the issues that we're gonna decide today is how much child support he's gonna pay and how he's gonna pay off the arrearage of $15,000 that he owes in agreed child support. So let's proceed.
Your Honor, I ask the court to take judicial notice of the order establishing the parent-child relationship and in suit affecting the parent-child relationship ALP, which was signed December the 1st, 2014. That's the prior order.
All right.
I also ask the court to take judicial notice of the suit for modification of support order and motion to confirm support arrearage filed July the 27th, 2021.
All right.
Additionally, I offer the pay record, which is marked as State's Exhibit 1.
Have you, well, what are you offering that for?
Just so that
The
you can see
arrearages
the
have already
balance.
agreed.
Oh,
Okay, but
okay.
all that's been agreed to. I don't need.
That's fine. Well, I
don't need-
withdraw that.
The only thing that the only issue that we're dealing with is how much child support should he be ordered to pay, and the pay rate on which he will pay back the $15,000, the child support arrearage. That's my understanding. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so let's proceed with.
So I'd like to call my first witness, Ms. Francis.
All right.
Ms. Francis, could you please state your full name?
Renata Francis.
What are the names of your children in this case?
Dariel Dugas and Darius Dugas Jr.
Okay, who is their dad?
Darius Dugas.
Okay. Your prior order, which was signed 1st, 2014, after that order was done, have you had a modification to your child support since that time?
No.
And are you asking for a modification today?
Yes.
What are you requesting?
I'm requesting 500 a month
And are you requesting 500 for current child support?
for current child support, correct?
Okay. Now, with regard to what Mr. Dugas is going to be ordered to pay towards his balance, what are you for this court to order with regard to that $15,000 balance?
300 a month.
Okay. I pass this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Miller, do you have any questions of Ms. Francis?
Yes. Are your calculations based off of the Texas child support guidelines?
No, it's not based off the Texas child support, no.
So how was this number calculated?
The numbers are calculated based on the needs of my children as well as the income. Darius does not have, basically his income is not reported and you all are not able to have his income, but he is able to pay well over that amount. I just feel like that would be a fair amount, being that my children are older.
No further questions, John.
All right. Ms. Mitchell, you have another witness?
I'd like to call Mr. Dugas.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Dugas, could you please state your name?
Darius Donnell Douglas.
Are you working at the time?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When is the last time you worked?
Probably like in July.
Okay. How many other children do you have outside of the 2 children in this case who
3.
either live with you or you pay child support for?
3.
Okay. So how many children out of the 3 additional live with you?
1.
Okay. And of the 2 that are left, do you pay any child support for those other 2?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. With regard to the balance, the $15,000 arrearage balance, how much money do you believe you should be paying towards that balance?
None.
Okay, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Miller.
Thank you, Your Honor. So to clarify, you say you have a total of 5 children, correct?
Correct.
And so you would ask the court, or you would be willing to pay child support based on the minimum wage calculation at 19%, since you are, you have 5 children, correct?
Correct.
And so that number that you would ask the court to order you to pay is $223.91, correct?
Correct.
And then you are also asking the court to order you to pay the total of arrearage is for $150 per month, correct?
Correct.
Well, on the arrearage, is that what you're talking about, Ms. Miller?
Yes, for the back pay.
Because he
total.
just testified that he wants to pay 0 on the arrearage. I think.
No, she asked me what did I feel like I should
Willing to
have
pay.
to pay.
Oh, what did you feel like? Okay.
Yeah, she
Well,
said, what did I feel like I should have
All
to
right.
pay out of
Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Miller.
So you would be willing to pay, if the court ordered you to pay a back pay of $150 per month, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. No further questions, John.
All right, Ms. Francis, do you have any questions of Mr. Dugas?
Mr. Dugas, well, I wanted to know, I did see that he has a record label with his wife. I'm not sure if it's a producing studio, and also him and his wife both received a PPP loan on last year.
What is the question?
regarding a business. So
What is
I
the
was just
question?
trying to see, was he not receiving any type of funds?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm gonna object to relevance.
No, overruled. Were you receiving any type of other funds, Mr. Dugas?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
All right. You have another question, Ms. Francis?
Nope, that's all.
All right. Any further witnesses, Ms. Mitchell?
I have no further witnesses, Your Honor, but the state will request that Mr. Dugas be ordered to pay a current child support amount of $224 a month, and that he be ordered to pay the child support judgment on arrears at $150 a month.
So where did the $222.91 amount come from on child support?
The Texas
Calculations were, I'm sorry, Your Honor, our calculations were $224 a month.
Did you have a different view of that, Ms. Miller?
on the child support calculator, it came up to 223.91, but I believe he was agreeable with the 224.
We do round up, Your
223.91.
Honor.
The round up,
All right.
yes.
I'm sorry. I thought it said 222.91. All right. All right, the court grants the modification. Father's ordered to pay child support in the amount of $224 a month beginning February 1st, 2022. Father's ordered to pay arrearage at the rate of $150 a month beginning February 1st, 2022. All of the stipulations are approved. Give me an order, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe you'll be excused or?
You guys will have to sign off on this order, so I'm going to place you back in the breakout rooms.
Got it. Thank you.